UFC Fight Night, Dern versus Jan, betting breakdown, weigh-in recap, and full card prediction. If you want all of the official bets we're going to be making for UFC, for Bellator, for PFL, for an entire 30 days, it only costs $2.99 down below in the top link of the description. If you have any comments or any questions about the bets, DM me at Bert_MMA on Instagram. Make sure y'all like the videos, comment your prediction, your bets down below in the comment section. Subscribe if you are new, and let's get into the weigh-in recap, betting breakdown, and full card prediction. Start from the bottom, go to the top. Randy Costa, Canary. Nothing really too much to say here for Randy Costa, Canary. All I gotta say is that's not a good mustache there, bro. I don't like it. Randy Costa's mustache is not looking too good in my opinion, but for this fight, betting odds-wise, the only thing you're going to be willing to do would probably be a KO TKO prop in round number 1 or round number 2, because if you look at the decision, fight goes to a decision, is plus 390 to go all the way. Now, we're not doing any of that, but if you're on Betway, you got minus 350 for fight doesn't go to a decision. That is definitely some value right there if you are on Betway. But other than that, I would do a Randy Costa KO round number 1 or Randy Costa KO round number 2. That'd be about it for this fight. The money line, I really hate it. I do not want to parlay Randy Costa. I don't want to money line Randy Costa. It is underdog or pass on the money line, or you do the round 1 KO TKO prop for Randy Costa. We got Stoliarenko, Chelsea Chandler. Chelsea looking a little bit bigger, looking a little bit wider than Stoliarenko. So I do believe she's going to use that size to out-wrestle and control Stoliarenko on the ground. They both look good at the weigh-ins because they didn't really have to cut much go into the UFC's featherweight division. Only bets I would say and think about making would be an underdog bet on Chelsea Chandler, as I do believe she will win that fight, or a Chelsea Chandler decision prop. You'll get good odds on Betway, on FanDuel, on DraftKings right there for Chelsea Chandler to win by a decision. That's exactly what I see is going to happen in this fight. You can double your money there if you don't want to do that type of a bet. A decision on Chandler, you think it's going to be too risky, you don't want to risk it. On fight goes to a decision at minus 132. You could always go down here at minus 215 for Julia Stoliarenko. Scorecards, no action, which means if she gets a KO, if she gets a submission, you win the bet. If she wins by decision, your bet gets voided. All right, no biggie right there. If Chelsea Chandler wins the decision, all right, your bet gets voided. If Chelsea Chandler gets a finish, you lose your bet. Only way you lose if the opponent gets a finish. Only way you win is if your fighter gets the finish. So it's either that, Stoliarenko inside the distance, scorecards, no action, around minus 200, or that plus 200 on Chelsea Chandler by a decision. That's all I would do for that fight. And we got Felipe Linz and Maxime Grisham in the light heavyweight division. I do believe Grisham is the bigger fighter, looking a lot wider than Maxime Grisham, a lot thicker than Maxime Grisham in the fight, if that's a good word to use. Money line, no, we're not doing a money line on Maxime Grisham. We missed all of the good odds. Minus 130 I would have actually took, but we missed it. He's at minus 164 right now. Not at all worth it, in my opinion. Goes to a decision is at minus 116, but the bet to make for this fight, if you're willing to risk it for the biscuit, would be Maxime Grisham by decision. We get plus 160 and plus 163 odds, which I think is pretty good. When you got a bigger fighter like a Felipe Linz, going out there fighting a smaller fighter that's a striker, in Maxime Grisham, usually it's harder for the smaller fighter to go out there and get a knockout, get a TKO, whatever the case may be. So I feel pretty good about Grisham going out there getting a decision. Good value on plus 160. Brendan Allen, Krzysztof, Jotko size looking pretty even, but yeah, prediction is gonna stay the same. Brendan looked a little iffy on the scales. I don't know if that's what he always looked like, or if I'm just looking at his hair going all over the place, and maybe that's why I think he looks iffy. But Either way, prediction does stay the same. I got the underdog Brendan Allen winning that fight by a decision, which is obviously means that the best bet that I would say to make for Brendan Allen and Krzysztof Jotko would be Brendan Allen to win by a decision. If you go down here, come on, plus 310 for Brendan Allen to win by a decision. That definitely does have a lot of value in my opinion, especially if you're looking at Krzysztof Jotko to win the fight by a decision is plus 155. You're getting double the amount of odds on Allen by decision as opposed to Krzysztof Jotko by a decision. That is absolutely insane. Such a disparagement, I don't know how to say it, but such a difference in decision prods for Allen as Jotko. And it's a 50-50 fight. Minus 120 plus 100. It's a 50-50. The odds for Allen by decision should be at like plus 170, plus 180. But they're way up at plus 310, which in my opinion is value. So decision on Brendan Allen, or that money line on Brendan Allen. Then we have Jesse Ronson, Joaquim Silva. They both look pretty even on the scales, similar in size and things like that. I'll say it right now. Under is all I have to say for this one. Maybe if you're on one of the other bookies that starts round 3s, does not start round 3, minus 122, good. Minus 138, under 2.5, good. Minus 168, doesn't go to a decision, good. Any one of those three, I do think hits, because I do expect a round 1 or round 2 finish. So minus 163, if you're on Betway, should have some value. Alexei Olynyk and Latifi literally coming in a pound away from each other. So obviously they didn't really have to cut much weight. They both just walk in on fight night the exact same way as they walk in during their weigh-ins. So not really a thing that I'm gonna go out here and be like, wow, Alexei did not look good after his weight cut. There was no weight cut. But yeah, for this one, the obvious bet to make is my prediction, Latifi by a decision. Plus 180 her fight goes to a decision is crazy. In my opinion, Sergey Spivak couldn't even go out there and get a finish over Alexei Olynyk. So I would say Latifi to win by a decision is going to be the bet to make. Plus 380 is absolutely insane value. Then we got Slava Borschev, or Vyacheslav Borschev, and Mike Davis. They both look pretty even on the scales. Mike did look a little bit more shredded. Slava smiling on the scales. Didn't look like he cut too much weight to get down to the weight class. Mike, I believe, cut a little bit more weight than Vyacheslav did. But overall, the size does look pretty similar between Slava and Mike Davis. Prediction, I'm going to go Mike Davis by a decision, and that would be the bet to make for this fight. Davis by decision at plus 250. And that'd be about it. Unless you want to do a Slava Borschev scorecards and no action, which I literally was talking about right before this video was being made. And I told pretty much every one of my subscribers before this video started to bet at plus 155. You can see right now it is 918. Literally 6 minutes ago, the odds changed and got them to plus 140. Somebody was listening in to my thoughts and bet Borschev scorecards no action. If you don't know what that means, again, is Borschev goes out there and gets a finish, you win the bet. If Davis goes out there, gets the finish, you lose the bet. If either guy wins by decision, you get your money back. So I believe that plus 140 has value. It had more value at plus 155. But Borschev inside the distance, scorecards no action, or Davis by a decision. Then we got Daniel Santos and John Castaneda. Size looking very, very even. The glasses on John Castaneda looking a little iffy. Looking like what is it, Hector the Molester, something like that. I'm not too sure how to say it. But yeah, the bets remain the same. The prediction remains the same. Castaneda by submission or by a decision. If you are on FanDuel, DraftKings, maybe even Betway, I'm not too sure if they have it. But if you're on a bookie that has the double chance, KO, TKO, or decision, submission or decision, or KO, TKO, or submission, any of those double chancer ones, I would say a submission or decision prop on John Castaneda for plus money would have some good value. After that, we got Trevin Jones. Actually, we don't. We have Sadiq Yusuf taking on Don Shainis. Obviously, Sadiq, taller, lengthier, better striker, better kickboxing, good takedown defense, and everything like that. Obviously, if I'm going to say a bet to make for Sadiq Yusuf, it's a KO TKO decision, double chance bets. Put that in a parlay with other fighters you are confident in, and boom, that's all I gotta say for Sadiq Yusuf. Trevin Jones and Ione Barcelos. Ione looked good on the scales, if I'm being honest with you. Look pretty skinny out there, but he does fill up come fight night. I do believe Trevin is more live for a finish, if I'm going to be honest with you, because he does have a good amount of finishing ability in his hands, a lot of power in his hands, so possibly a KO prop on Trevin Jones could have some good value. Jones by knockout is going to be at plus 550, but if you want to just get some sweeter odds than that, you could just go out and just do if we can find it, Jones by KO TKO round number 1 at plus 1,500, or Jones KO TKO round 2 plus 2,000. Put two of those and put a little sprinkle on both of those. Those do have some good value, because other than that, I do not want to bet Barcelos decision. Not enough value at what, plus 140, I think it was at, plus 140, plus 150. Not enough value on Barcelos decision. And money line of Barcelos, no, it's a dog or pass on the money line, KO TKO round 1 or round 2 for Trevin Jones. For the next one, I believe we got Randy Brown, Francisco Trinaldo. Money line, no. Minus 330, no. We're not doing any of that. Minus 340, no. We're not doing any of that. If you're on FanDuel, if you're on DraftKings, like we said for the Sadiq Yusuf fight, KO, TKO, or a decision prop from Randy Brown will get you from minus 325 to minus 250. You're getting like a 20% discount on Randy Brown. Put him in a long shot parlay in the KO, TKO decision prop. That'd be about it for Randy Brown. But the weigh-ins did look pretty even. I mean, Francisco looked a lot smaller in terms of height and reach and things like that, which was interesting. But last one is here. I mean, Yan Xiaonan looking a heck of a lot bigger. A heck of a lot bigger than Mackenzie Dern right here. I'm going to be honest, my prediction for Mackenzie Dern to win this fight was not really too high. I wasn't the most confident on her in the first place, but my confidence has gone down a little bit after watching the weigh-ins, after watching the face-offs, and seeing the size difference right here. I do believe Yan is going to be the bigger fighter. She certainly did look so. So it's underdog or pass when it comes to that money line right there. And then a Yan by decision has value as well, if we can find that one. Yan Xiaonan decision at plus 380 is going to have a lot of value in the women's strawweight division. So either Yan by decision or a small underdog bet, because there's no way I'm betting on Mackenzie Dern. Money line minus 260 is absolutely ridiculous, but I still think she wins. That is about it for today's MMA recap of the weigh-ins, the weigh-in recap, the full card predictions, and the betting breakdown. If you want just a quick freebie parlay, do Sadiq Yusuf, KO TKO decision, do Randy Brown, KO TKO decision, and just put John Castaneda in there in that parlay. Good three-piece parlay, three-piece and the soda parlay in this UFC fight card. If you liked the video, go down and like, go down and subscribe, and comment some good bets for UFC Fight Night Dern versus Yan. As usual, if you want my bets, DM me on Instagram, Bert_MMA, or if you're ready to sign up, click the link in the top of the description for $2.99 a month. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.